So my background is in classical music, and I wanted to come to the Eastman School of Music because my teacher in high school actually came here, and I felt a real affinity for the school, and I absolutely loved it when I came here to audition for this school. I worked with the Rochester Philharmonic from 1995 until 2017. I was also brought onto the faculty of the Eastman Community Music School, where I get to work with students as young as 7 or 8 years old and all the way up through retired folks.
I like studying under Gaelen because she is an excellent musician and she's been performing for so many years and she has so much knowledge to give.
In the early 2000s, I was starting to have a lot of fluctuating hearing and dizzy spells and full-on vertigo, and I was diagnosed with Meniere's disease, and it fluctuated so greatly that it really became unsustainable for me to keep my career on stage. After I lost my hearing, I wasn't really sure where I wanted to go, but I kept thinking I wanted to move to a larger city. And then I realized Rochester's the perfect place for me because we have a huge deaf and hard of hearing community here. People are already so accustomed to someone with this type of hearing loss and remaking their life that no one bats an eye now when I tell them what's happened to me. It's just welcome, come on board. What can we do to make this work for you? And I'm so glad that I chose to stay here and give back to my community. As program manager for Eastman Performing Arts Medicine, I get to work on this program that's a collaboration between the Eastman School and the University of Rochester Medical Center. And to me, it's really exciting to see this really world-class school for music and the artists that we produce getting to come over to our world-class hospital. It gives me the opportunity to not only create a new path for artists that's not happening on stage, but it gives me a chance to go back and give back to the doctors and the nurses that helped me so much as I went through my health struggles. The goal of our collaborative work is to see how many ways we can have the arts intersect healing and connection in our community, and also so many ways for our docs to be working with the musicians to expand our knowledge of what's going on in neuroscience and arts. We're very interested to understand why people with Parkinson's can suddenly have better walking gait when they listen to music. Why is someone with Alzheimer's disease able to remember words and faces and places after they hear familiar music? We're wondering what's going on in music therapy when I'm working with a patient, and how can we translate that to other aspects of clinical healing? Working here at the Eastman School is an honor, it's a challenge, it's incredibly wonderful, and I feel like there are these really big shoes to fill of all these major performers and scholars who have been here before me. These collegiate students that have come through our program who now are trained up in a way that they can give back to their communities on a totally different level that's off stage, that's one-on-one in a healthcare facility. I'm just really excited about what it means to connect the arts to different communities around the world and to help people tap into themselves and tap into what the arts can mean for creating a full life. That's the Rochester effect.